I am a dark web hitman, and I was hired to murder myself. I've always enjoyed hunting, and I blame it on my farm childhood. I first hunted a deer when I was 10. I was limber and had developed a strong body. Dana was never a huntress, but she was great at hiding, so she hid. At first Dad was angry, but I hunted so well that I did more than enough for both of us. Dad died when I was 13. He was caught by a bear and kept screaming, "Shoot it, shoot it!" I only had 2 bullets left, and I was too worried, so the first missed and the second wasn't enough to take down the bear. Dana grabbed my hand and we ran like the wind. I'm honestly not sad about my father's last words to me. He was desperate and being eaten alive after all. I forgave him in a heartbeat. Who I never was able to forgive was myself for failing Dad. By the time I was 18, I married the sweetest man. It was crazy how we balanced each other's personality, him being always so calm and gleeful. Tom was 15 years older than me and a merchant, helping me sell parts of my hunting, the meat, the fur, the heads as prizes. We were happy. We lived 5 great years until he was shot in a robbery. From that moment on, a burning rage lived inside of me. The eagerness to hunt took over. I didn't know how to manage a shop, so I asked my husband's brother Stu to take his place in management, but Stu was a drunk and a buffoon, and soon the shop bankrupted. I was left with nothing. When I learned about the shady parts of the internet, I finally realized I could sell my services and satiate my ever-growing bloodlust. I'm famous now. I mean, my work name is. Nobody knows my face, nobody knows I'm even a woman. My body is small and strong, perfect for sneaking in. I look trustworthy enough for my prey to take me to dinner. Sometimes it's too easy. I have built a name between politicians, and rich, cheated wives love me. Of course, my clients are not always from the highest social standings, and they try to bargain a lot. It's not unusual that some broken guy asks me to murder his rich father and get paid after I do the job, when he gets his inheritance. I just laugh at their faces and tell them to stop asking me before I murder them instead. Until the day my instincts told me to keep talking to the guy after he told me his conditions of payment. "I will inherit some money," he wrote. "But the thing is, I used to have a brother. He's dead now, no kids. But I talked to my attorney and he told me his widow will get half of my money, so I want to eliminate her." "Sure, just send me her info," I replied for the first time, because I knew this story. I didn't want to be paranoid and think it was me. I just felt sorry for the poor woman. But when I saw the details, my heart dropped. It was me, my brother-in-law, who was constantly helped by me and my husband after losing everything in gambling over and over, who ruined our store and I never said a thing, wanted to murder me. No, worse than that, he wanted to hire someone else to murder me, because his coward self couldn't even do it. I took the job. The next day, I went to see my sister Dana and asked her something no twin sister should ask the other. "Can you die in my place? When I take a job, I will finish it, no matter what it takes." So I sent my client a picture of my dead victim, my sister. I was famous for this modus operandi. As I said, Dana ain't a huntress, she's a great hider. So, after I forged her death and gave Stu a false sense of safety, he found my sister, characterized as me, at his dirty apartment. Dora, what are you doing here?" He was stuttering and sweating. "Just came by to talk a little about the inheritance we're about to get," my sister calmly said, perfectly mimicking my voice and intonation. Stu never knew I had a sister because she lived far away during her graduation. Both me and my husband always kept to ourselves and never had a wedding party, so our families didn't know each other very well. "Inheritance? I don't know what you're talking about." He made a poor attempt at lying. "Why don't you ask the hitman you hired, Stu?" she asked as I came from behind him, wearing the exact same clothes as her. I gotta admit it was so much fun to stage this. When he turned to look at me, Stu was pale, and I'm pretty sure he peed himself. "What is going on? What kind of joke is this?" That's all he could say before I gagged him. "It's your fault that my husband was shot, isn't it?" I stabbed him once. I knew very well how to lethally stab someone only once, making a cleaner death, but it wouldn't happen this time. He shook his head desperately, trying to deny it, but his eyes told the truth. I never fully realized it until that instant. It was a moment of clarity and I hated his guts even more. Both me and my sister did what we were best at. She hid, not wanting to see the bloodbath I was about to cause, and I stabbed and stabbed and stabbed. When the body was found, the police immediately arrested Stu's loan shark. They were investigating him for a long time and just needed one more move to make theirs. They confirmed my suspicions about the loan shark murdering my husband. I noticed that with the closure, my bloodlust diminished. I still go hunting most weekends, but I'm done with being a hit woman. Nothing can bring Tom back, but I can move forward, learn new things, work with something else. I still have a lot to live for. So let me give you some advice. If you're thinking about hiring a hitman, don't. The best one went out of business.